Rachel Engelbarts. If you're new, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button and the subscribe button, both of which really support my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Today's video is something that is a major help for my anxiety. So I have recognized in the past couple of years that I have pretty significant generalized anxiety disorder, and I am managing it in a number of different ways, but one of the ways that I know is extremely helpful for me is to declutter things and to try to get everything in their place. If I walk into the garage and everything is out of place and a disaster, that makes me feel really anxious, and if I'm already having a pretty anxious day, it's a trigger for me and it makes me feel very uncomfortable. One thing that helps with my anxiety is taking a space that is cluttered and disorganized and making some sense out of it, and just like focusing on that task. That just really helps me. If you don't have anxiety, this probably doesn't make any sense to you, and that's okay. If you do have anxiety, this probably makes a lot of sense to you. Having a family with 3 small children, things like this are a constant activity that have to be done to just maintain the status quo of our house, so to speak. So it's something that I'm constantly doing, which is good because it is good for my mental health. It just is something that makes me happy and means a lot to me. It does not take away from time I'm spending with my kids, but it's something that just gives me this really good balance in being a mom to my kids and being a human being that has needs myself and meeting those needs by making my space as clutter-free and neat as possible. So without further ado, I am going to be decluttering and cleaning our garage. I wasn't going for perfection, I was just going for improvement, as is apparent with most of the tasks that I do. And I also wanted to declutter the kids' toys. I will be talking through these things as I go and just kind of giving you my strategies for how I accomplish these huge monumental tasks. And I really hope you enjoy it. Let's get started. So we're going to start off with some before videos. We're obviously starting in the garage. It is just very cluttered. My kids were with me for the first part of this project, so you're going to see them running around. Would not have it any other way. I really love having a couple of days during the week where I can be home and to hang out with them, and it just kind of makes for a weekend in the middle of a week because I'm off Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So I love it that way. You can see our garage is totally jam-packed with stuff. It's just embarrassing almost to look at all of the stuff that we have, and I really just wanted to straighten things up and get things put where they belong rather than declutter. So as we go throughout the video, my main goal is going to be to tidy things up. We did a major declutter not too long ago, so a lot of this stuff just needs to be put back in its spot. And I hope that by watching this, you will gain some motivation to take one area maybe of your house and start tidying it up. And what I'm doing here is I've had 2 diaper bags for the last 9 months because our baby needed a lot different things than the twins, and not very often would we take all of them out together. We usually are just taking Eloise to a doctor's appointment or just taking the twins to do something fun. So we're at the point now though that we can combine into one diaper bag. The twins are out of diapers and we can just combine. So I was just spending some time doing that. My main goal here is to create piles. So I'm creating one pile of things that we're done with that I'm going to donate or sell, just kind of depending on the item, and then another pile of things that are just absolutely trash, and another pile yet of things that are in the garage that maybe should not be in the garage that belong inside or somewhere else. So the first step of this is to just put things in their own piles. So this is my crafting locker, I guess you could call it. It's just all of my paints and decor items and crafts and vinyl and all kinds of random stuff that I have. It all just sits in here until I feel like I need to switch up the decor in our house, and I usually start here first and look and see what I have and switch things out. So really I need to go through and organize this thing, but today wasn't the day. Today was just to sort of make the garage look nicer. So this is our pile of cardboard boxes that we accumulate. Basically, I don't know, once or twice a week we get a pile that's about this size again. We just got our recycling situation figured out, and then COVID hit, and not only that, but our local recycling center shut down. So we're once again in a place where we have literally nowhere to take our recycling, including cardboard. So we actually just burn our cardboard, and that works okay for right now. I feel better about doing that than putting it in the dumpster and just taking up space in the landfill. So it's really frustrating, but that's where we're at. So some quick after shots. This is just so amazing to me how much better things look when you just put things where they belong instead of just like piling things up. Moving on now, we are decluttering the kids' toys. We need to go through them and just minimize the number of toys. They have, in my opinion, way too many toys. It's really funny because Brad and I just don't buy them very many toys. We really haven't their entire lives. Like for Christmas, for their first Christmas, we got them one gift, and you can actually see it in the background. It's underneath that entry table. It's the activity center with the little balls on the tracks on top and a bunch of different things on the sides, and that's all we got them for Christmas their first year. This second Christmas, we got them each 3 things, or was it 4 things? Something to wear, read, want, need. Yeah, want, need, wear, read. Had to work that one out. So we don't go overboard on the purchasing of the toys, but we have a lot of generous family, friends, acquaintances, people from church. When Eloise was born, people were very generous and wanted to get Bear and Lyndall some gifts. They've had, obviously, birthdays and Christmases with a lot of family close by that just really enjoys gifting them toys. And so over the course of their 2 Christmases and 2 birthdays, and then just random things here and there, we've accumulated a lot of toys. And so that's where we're at. We really need to be diligent about rotating toys. I know the concept is amazing, but what happens is we forget, or we bring in a new Tupperware or tub of toys, but we forget to take one out. So we end up just with all of the toys back in, and all of them get spread out everywhere. It seems like in the beginning of the day we have things in check, and then as the day goes on, things just get scattered throughout the house. So I was really excited for this project and to just kind of pare down the amount of toys that we have. So again, I'm going through and organizing by category. I have a donate pile, I have a pile that's trash, and then I tried to organize the toys that we're keeping into categories. That does not go there. So I have things that are kind of artsy in this tub, like the Etch-a-Sketches. This was a random thing. This was all dress-up clothes and, jewelry and things that Lyndall would like to wear. This one's a baby doll basket. So baby doll clothes and everything go in that one. And then this is all of the stuffed animals that we have. The kids really don't care much about stuffed animals besides a few. We have a really sweet subscriber from Australia that has sent us a couple of different stuffed animals, and it seems like those are the ones that the kids love. So we have an alligator and a kangaroo and a couple of other things. We got a snowman from her for Christmas. Her name is Tanya. And so those are the ones that they love the most, and we will never get rid of those. But some of the other stuffed animals we're going to definitely donate, and some of them are sentimental from my childhood too. And this is Bear's truck collection. He does play with multiple trucks throughout the day, so I don't want to take all of them but one away. but we do need to sort of rotate these because he'll get excited about the dump truck again if he hasn't seen it in a while and things like that. So what I decided to do was whatever fit inside one tub would stay in the house, and then everything else I was going to put in another tub and put in the garage and rotate through. You will see my husband in these videos a lot because he is incredible. He is so hands-on and he supports me. I mean, he just is really supportive of me no matter what, but he knows that things like this are a trigger for my anxiety, so he is all for helping me out. A few days later, I just kind of wanted to show you the state of the twins' rooms without me sprucing it up. With this new system in place, what I've done essentially is any toy that has a lot of small parts, I put up high where the twins can't get it down without us getting it down for them. So puzzles, Legos, Magna-Tiles, things like that. And then I ended up taking all of the food items that go with their kitchen out of the mix because it seemed like they would just take all of that food, bring it out to the living room and like scatter it in the living room. The thing is, like, I wouldn't mind if their rooms were messy. It just ends up dragging out into the living room, and the toys that they have when they're all spread out and not together become non-functional. This is Bear's room without me tidying it up. It just looks so much better than it did before. And these balls, we've accumulated a lot of these over time because we make ball pits and stuff, and those kind of end up everywhere, but they're fun. They throw them, they play with them. Eloise likes to play with them, so I'm not too worried about that. So not too bad. And then Lyndall's room, she normally has a really messy room, is looking pretty good too. So I think the system is working pretty well. So that's just like an honest state of where the twins' rooms are after decluttering and minimizing their toys. Woo! I'm tired just watching that. Those were both kind of big jobs. The total footage was like 2 hours, so it was a good chunk of an afternoon, 2 days in a row to get that accomplished. But I feel so much better now. I'm not done. I still have some things that I want to do to improve, but I feel much, much better with the work that was done. So if you're new and you haven't subscribed yet, I hope that you'll hit the big red subscribe button. It's so supportive to me. Let me know what area of the house that you need to declutter, and I hope that this gave you motivation to do that. And we will see you in the next video. Bye.